want to create authentic content.
That's what I want to do too, Steve.
Oh.
And what we're going to do to create authentic content that's not at all scripted or forced. There's no guns to our heads. We're doing this of our own derision.
We are surrounded by a great multitude of Sweetwater employees right now.
Starting a video is always the hardest part.
Oh, that's a nice start.
That's a good start to a video, right?
Yeah.
Here we are. We're doing it. We're starting the video. We are in the Gear Exchange room here at Sweetwater's Gear Fest 2023.
2023.
I walked in here just to check things out, and this was on the table. And I was like, oh, I want to touch that thing, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. And then Steve was like, I already touched it.
Already did.
He already touched it with Emily. They were in
if you
here
want to see that
it.
video, go head on over to the Get Offset channel, and hopefully it'll be up by now.
You didn't want to wait for me? You're just going around with other podcasts.
Dude, I was walking by and I was like, oh, what's going on in there? I was just up here because I wanted to pre-screen the room to make sure it was up to your standards, and Emily forced me into a video.
I just thought you took our relationship a little bit more seriously than that.
I was tricked.
Seduced. All right.
I wouldn't use that word.
I did, though, and I would again. All right. What we have here is a Maestro Rhythm in Sound for guitar. You said it was model G2? It's a model G2. It says it on the bottom, but I'm not going to flip it over. From 1966? 67. I almost remembered everything correctly. I spent some time messing around with it before deciding to film, and I was like, yeah, absolutely, we have to film this thing, because I never would have been able to guess what this did.
Right.
Like what its function actually was. Like if we covered this as an ad on the podcast, I would have just assumed it did what my Casio Tone 301 does, where it just has rhythms that play or something like that.
Right.
No. Like right now it's set up to just pass the guitar signal. By the way, I'm playing this really cool Epiphone. Look at this thing. Every part of it is gold and it's beautiful. It's got mini buckers. Here's the bridge pickup. And we're playing through a PV Classic 50, which is an amp that I owned. I had the combo, the 4x10 combo, and I sold it because I got too old to carry it. Because they're way too heavy.
This is the head.
It's the head, and it's the 8x10 stack.
No, it's the 4x10 and the 1x50.
Oh, damn!
Are they both plugged in? Yeah, okay.
So we're hearing a 10-inch through the recording, but we're also hearing a 15-inch here in person. And I'm regretting selling my PV now. But anyways, let's get into this thing before we get too sidetracked. What should I go for first? The tambourine, probably. Watch this. It's not going to trigger a rhythm. It triggers a sound every time you play. Turn it up.
You can turn it up there. You can also increase the sensitivity. It's gone. That tambourine player's rhythm skills are about as good as yours.
They're better, which is strange considering I'm triggering it. But it's got all sorts of things on here. It's got clav, which I was warned is the most annoying setting. I didn't think it was.
That's pretty piercing now that I'm sitting closer to it.
Here's the problem, Steve. It doesn't have enough reverb.
Oh.
There we go. That's the sound that I wanted. It's like, it's a drip trigger.
Yeah.
Let's see how sensitive it is. All right, let's do it again. Turn up the sensitivity.
Now it's gone. I got rid of it.
You got rid of my drip. It's a little freaky with chords. Let's do the bongo and the brush. Oh, you can combine them, by the way. What's the brush sound like by itself? Oh, you need to isolate it. I just turned off the guitar.
So this is one of the, I think, the more interesting features about this unit is that you can just basically, it's effectively all wet.
It's all wet.
It's all wet setting. Like there's no guitar. It's just whatever it's triggering, which is, I don't know, that's like, if I'm making this thing, I want to know who came up with the idea of like, well, what if I just want to use an instrument to play the bongo?
The fact that this exists from the time period that it came from is shocking to me. That it's that it's triggering these sounds. The fact that it doesn't, that it's not tracking the notes and changing the sounds, like I can forgive it. The fact it exists from 1967 and it's triggering these sounds with your guitar playing. That's wild. Yep. I just turned on the string bass, which is going to simulate a low octave bass sound.
So here, let's turn the drums off. Now play.
Can I turn up the sensitivity on that?
Yeah. Congratulations, Ryan, you're a bassist now.
Can anyone hear that on their iPhone speakers while they're sitting on the toilet? Comment down below. Yes, I'm on the toilet and I can hear it.
I hope there's 100 comments that all say, yes, I'm on the toilet.
How did you know? You're all on the toilet. That's where we watch YouTube videos. I like pairing the bass with other sounds.
You're just going back to Peter Gunn.
I know, what?
You've been on a Peter Gunn kick.
Oh, it's not tracking that very well. It's not perfect. Let's bring in the guitar sound again. And the bass will be mixed with that.
It's a really cool, like, octaving effect, like an octave down.
Yeah, mixed in with the dry signal too.
I feel like except for when it completely misses the note, it actually tracks pretty well. I feel like the tracking's pretty on.
It's taking a power chord pretty well. Let's hit that fuzz, because it has a fuzz in here.
Yep. No, this is fuzz and clean.
This is fuzz and clean.
Yeah, you're doing both of them. And string bass.
That's... Maestro exists once again. Gibson has brought the brand back. I want a pedal that's just those three together, because that sounds cool.
I'm not telling you what will happen, but what should happen is you should take a picture of this, then schedule an interview with the Gibson guy and say, I don't really care about these guitars. I know you're a guitar company, but you brought back Maestro, so when is this?
Right, when is this?
When is this? When is this?
When is, I'm not going to say anything
Like, are we
else.
saying 6 months, 12 months, 18 months?
I'm just I'm going to circle this part.
Just that part.
But it also has the wow wow. That could be, there's certain things on here. Like this part, like this is wild.
Right.
I don't think that needs to be part of a pedal.
No.
But this whole section down here, this could just be a pedal.
And here's the thing. Oh, I mean, I guess there are controls on the top. There's volume and tone for this.
There's wow speed
and echo speed. String bass just has a volume, so this could be a 5-knob switch pedal. But what I would propose
with little push button pushes.
What I would propose is they just figure out, you have to product test it with a bunch of people. Do it like a Boss Dimension C.
Right.
Where you have string bass, clean amp, fuzz amp, wow on 4 switches. You can turn those 4 things on or off, and then maybe no knobs. The knobs you just have to.
You need a volume.
Just a volume.
Yeah, you need a volume.
Just a volume for overall volume. And I think you either have full octave or you have no octave.
Yeah.
and you're gonna have to product test the hell out of that to do it. We are available, Gibson, to product test this product for you.
You know who would be interested in this?
Jack
This
White.
is a Jack White.
This is a Maestro X Third Man collab.
Right. It'd be all yellow and black.
We just sold 5,000 units without trying.
We didn't. Jack White will.
Well, Jack White will. But it was our idea.
He has to give us credit, right?
Yeah.
Where it's due?
He's gonna invite us to Third Man Records.
I'll go.
You can turn this up.
Yeah. I like this thing. I want to turn on the echo because the echo does something really weird. It doesn't do like where you play and stop and then it does a delay. It's not doing that, but you hold it. That's so neat. But then you stop and there's nothing.
It's tremolating.
It's kind of a tremolo, but it also feels like an echo because it's the note repeating.
Yeah.
But it is kind of a tremolo, isn't it? Like, what is it?
I think it's. I don't think it's actually repeating. You think it's repeating? I feel like it's not repeating.
It's probably not.
Because if you slide, you're still keeping the input, but you're not hearing the first note anymore.
Yeah, it's like it's a false echo by way of a tremolo, which is like a super wild design.
I think it's like so warm that it makes you. It sounds like it's
vibey. It's like a unit vibey.
Is that just because the wow is on?
Let's try turning off the wow. Oh, that's why I couldn't get it to delay earlier because it's a tremolo. So that's like giving you ring mod sounds.
Yeah.
This is too cool. Like it loses the triggering of that bass when you're going from one thing to another. But sometimes it catches it and sometimes it doesn't.
That's what I was saying earlier. Like the tracking is good when it works. Sometimes it doesn't work.
Well, it's got personality, Steve.
Yeah. And personally, my favorite feature is if you play something that the unit doesn't like, you can cancel yourself.
It's got that hard reset button there. It's not a pedal, except to completely cancel every part of it. It's such an odd bit of like technology from that time. It's totally from that time. It looks like a control panel from like Andromeda Strain or something like that. Like all this chrome and these big colorful buttons. It's got this, atomic space race sort of look. They looked up the values over here. We're surrounded by Sweetwater people. They looked up the values earlier, and this one's listed for like 2, right?
Yeah.
But there were other ones that sold for like
3,500.
3,500. Yeah. It's outside my price point. But Maestro, Gibson, do something.
Bring it back.
Bring back this section right here. I think they can still do 4 knobs. It doesn't have to be the same size pedal as all their other pedals. It could be a bigger unit.
Fair. If it was a broad like a.
Or if they made a double wide.
1590, I think it's the BB, the double wide.
They're going to use their own case.
Yeah, but I'm saying something in that general size.
Right. Because I'm liking these spooky tones. I would totally use this for recording something for my surf band or like making weird little tracks and stuff like that. I like that. I even like the trigger stuff is not bad. Turn the reverb back on. I like the fuzz a lot. We didn't try these, the color tones. It's like a fixed wah sort of thing.
Fall Out Boy song.
It was having trouble falling with the bass with that. A little clav coming in. Let's try the tambourine.
Because the sensitivity is all the way up.
Tambourine player, he needs to take a rest. That's a little bit much. Just max it out. Let's plug it into the bass here.
Here we go. This is, do you know the story behind this instrument?
No, tell me.
I don't know the story behind this instrument.
I knew that you wouldn't.
It's got a Yamaha bass part and a Gibson top part. I couldn't figure out how to get this Gibson top part to work, and that's okay. We've already heard this on guitar.
Also, it's like, what body is this up here? Because it's not a Gibson body. What's even turn it over. Let's look at this seam here. I know this is a personal guitar for one of the people here at Sweetwater. I saw this when I came a couple years ago.
For what it's worth, I think this is a Gibson, like the original body. This is like is it the?
Look at this seam. It's actually really clean. It's really cleanly done.
I forget what model. I want to say it's like an M3 body.
It looks like an SG thickness.
Because
did he add a wing to?
No, I don't think this is anything added on. It's just the way the cut is. But
all right,
this is like an. I know.
Tell us in the comments.
I know they made some guitars that were in this general idea.
They're pulling up Gear Exchange on.
Oh, it's right there.
There it is. It's for sale. $5,500. I didn't know it's for sale.
Hold on. Let's cancel this.
Cancel that. We still recording up here? We sure are. Probably kill the reverb, or at least pull it back. I don't want to lecture you on bass tone. All right, let's throw on the string bass.
Yeah.
It loves it.
Put on the fuzz. No, just put on the fuzz. It really does. Just give me just the fuzz. I want to hear what just the
all
fuzz is.
All right. Steve is getting frustrated with my tonal selections.
I'm not. It's just that thin. It just really does not want to handle the bass.
But that's what I like, that kind of fuzz. Like that fuzz, if it was just a box with one button on and off, I would buy that fuzz. Because that's nasty. That's like pure 60s nasty garage rocky spaghetti western fuzz.
This has an active EQ, which I'm not super the most used to. That sounds a bit better. Yeah, not. No, it's. I can't do it. I can't.
Let me.
What you want to?
I want to try the bass. You sabotage me
right.
with weird sounds.
I mean, it's already sounds weird. I can't sabotage. You need both. This is actually set up for bass because the natural lamp is going to give you your clean pass.
Right. Now you're blending them.
Why didn't I think of that?
Oh god.
Hold on, just hit the string, hit the string and let it ring. Earlier when you were doing it, I swear it was triggering the clav twice. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's fun. It's like a fun little roll. It's cooking popcorn. Totally usable modern sound right there. You know what should happen?
That actually kind of worked.
Gibson should partner Maestro with Digitech to make this whole thing happen, like triggering.
But digital.
Digital, yeah. And it'll be better with modern technology. And you could sequence it so it's like it doesn't hit bongo with every thing. You could be like bongo on the second beat, and like you could program it with beats, you know? So you could have the tambourine on eighths, you know.
So the drum.
Right, but with the fuzzes and everything else. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
That's not. There's no fuzz even on now. It's still.
It sounds nice with the bass setting though. Well, it did. Electro harmonics could probably pull it off too. Like a Mel 9 pedal.
Yeah.
Bongo.
Pull it out a tiny bit.
Pull what out?
The cable. Pull it out a half click. Then
What?
you should have guitar.
Oh, is that the secret? Ah, there we go! We did it! You figured out the
I was
guitar.
supposed to use a TRS cable.
Oh.
So I don't know. I feel like we've shown it off.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we've solved the guitar thing, now we can end the video.
This was a Gibson SG.
See? See?
Oh,
This is an
that's
SG neck.
disappointing.
And look how thin, look at that neck joint. That's an SG neck joint. So
Dodging.
they cut off the wing. Whoever did this cut off the wing and put a new wing on there.
Yeah.
Because it needs to have that to hang off of. Otherwise this would just be a neck
Just go off
diver.
The neck of the back of the thing right there. Just get a.
I'm balancing a $5,500 guitar on my finger.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad. That's the tone the kids have been craving.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, I'm screwing everything up now. Should we end the video?
Do you have anything else to say about this?
I don't. Do you?
I don't.
Do you think people should buy it for? It's up for $2,000 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they should.
I wouldn't hate having this in my life. If I ran a recording studio, I'd absolutely have to have one of these. I would just have it. For my own personal use, I could never justify $2,000, but it's like I couldn't tell someone not to pay $2,000 for this.
Here's my take. It's real pretty. I think it looks real pretty. It could probably
Is this
use
beat poetry?
a little more of a
It's
shine.
real pretty. It could use a little shine here and there.
That would just be there.
All right.
Which
here we
actually, hold on, let me see this real quick.
go. All right.
I did want to.
We'll do final
there was
thoughts.
one thing I wanted to try, just the bass.
We don't know what to do with the rest of the video. We're flummoxed by this thing. It doesn't matter what you play. It's not going to change the note.
Yeah, you could be your own drummer.
Well, you could learn how to play the drums and then be your own drummer.
Oh, it's missing.
It's not perfect.
All right.
You guys can't tell, but when it's out of time, it's not our fault. Most of the time, sometimes it's its fault for being out
Well,
of time.
hopefully people can see my thumb.
Let's try cranking up the sensitivity. That's on it pretty good. How does it feel?
That's where it's at. I just made like 15 radio hits right now with
Yeah.
that beat. All right, Drake, hit me up. What?
I'm gonna do the Back to the Future bit.
I knew that's what you were doing.
Hey Taylor, it's your cousin Marvin Swift. You know that new sound you're looking for?
All right, what I was gonna say is I think it's a really cool looking unit. If you this is a centerpiece in a mid-century modern home.
If I was someone who's like putting collectibles on a shelf,
Yeah.
I'd be buying this instead of Funkos.
Yeah. Oh, pff,
Are you kidding me?
Funkos are dumb.
Put them in the trash. Buy a bunch of these.
Melt them down.
Yeah.
Turn them into, I don't know, what do they turn into when you melt them down?
But I don't have $2,000 money on something this wild and unique. But if I did have that kind of money, I would totally buy this. No
I
sweat.
always wonder what the next iteration of like developing the Super Rich Steve character should be. Like, part of me, we always go with like the outlandish, like, oh, he owns a Lamborghini. But I kind of like want.
Are you talking about developing a super realistic Super Rich Steve?
Like, yeah, I'm thinking like maybe Super Rich Steve lives in like a Frank Lloyd Wright, like like all mid-century moderned out.
Yeah.
His home looks like a Mad Men set,
Yeah.
and he drives a Batmobile.
Okay.
Like that.
He just gets whatever he wants.
The Adam West like Cadillac.
Yeah.
Was it a Cadillac? I think I don't know. Whatever it
I
was.
thought it was like a Ford or something.
But it doesn't matter.
Ford
Like, you
Futura.
got-
It was a Ford Futura.
Okay, you get the idea though. Like,
I might be wrong.
I'm just
It
gonna.
was a Futura. I don't know if Ford made it. All right, let's wrap this up. Editing Ryan is gonna love this whole thing.
Oh, it's gonna be a audio nightmare.
Right.
We're trying to talk over a sounding instrument. I know is very bad form, but I did it anyway.
What else are we gonna do? We're having fun. All right. Thanks for watching. Go follow the hashtag GearFest 2023.
No, just 2023. Gearfest 20.
2,230,000 GearFest in the future. Go watch all the other videos that all of the other channels are making. Steve was a guest on Emily's channel, Get Offset, covering this. So if you want to see what they said again, then you can go do that. We're gonna guest on other people's channels all week. This is our third video, so there's more to come. And I might not even publish these in order. All right, bye everyone. Stay grounded. We did it.
Cool.
And some of that is usable.
Nice. You're just gonna have a lot of clicking in the back.
Yeah. Most annoying video ever. I think we hit a point where it's like, what did we do now? It melted our brains.
I gotta get a TRS.